Well, good morning, everybody. I am Mark Queen, your host of the Kingdom Factor Core Score podcast, where we interview and talk to people about how their faith has intersected their business. And we have a special guest with us today, Tony Madonia, coming to us all the way from Schaumburg, Illinois. Tony is a CPA and attorney and has a wonderful story. And I'm kind of partial to this guy. I've been in a relationship with him for a long time. Tony, go ahead and talk to our audience.
Mark, happy to be here. You and I met 20 years ago in Chicago through Strategic Coach, and we hit it off, kept in touch over the years, and started working together closely 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a blessing, so thank you. My background is I was an accounting major in college, worked part-time for a CPA firm, realized that the head of all the tax departments was also an attorney, so I figured, hey, maybe I'll go to law school. So I did that and got out of college in 85, took the CPA exam, 85. I completed it in 88, started law school in 86, got out in 1990, went at night, worked for Pete Marwick Mitchell, big CPA firm in their tax department, went with a small law firm, and then started this firm in 1995. So we're on our 31st year, and we're still learning. We serve business owners in estate planning, tax planning, compliance, and controversy, and in nuts and bolts corporate work, forming companies, selling companies, contracts, leases, employment agreements. We've got 15 people altogether. We've got CPAs, we've got attorneys, we've got support staff, and love doing what we do.
Well, that is Tony Madonia and team. What he didn't tell you there that I just really appreciate about Tony is that I tell people that Tony, yeah, he's a CPA and he's also an attorney. He's an entrepreneur first. And that's very rare, in my opinion, to find people that are looking at the service they provide from an entrepreneurial viewpoint. It's really the entrepreneurial mindset. And I think Tony really has that. Not only does he have it, he's been able to build a team under that environment. An entrepreneur, and they're going to provide these services and do it better, faster, cheaper for the benefit of his clients.
In the business world, we're a law firm. We deal with conflict day in and day out, clients versus other people, clients versus the government, clients versus their spouse, their children, their business partner, their lifelong friend, their you name it. Sometimes that's a challenge in how to treat people who are in conflict and sometimes badly in conflict while being true to what your faith is. And over time, I've gotten better at doing that. Somebody once upon a time said, lead with love. I've tried to do that with clients, with staff, with friendships, other relationships with my kids and grandkids, in-laws, and things like that. I try to use that as a starting point. Usually I get pretty far with that. Sometimes I don't get very far with that, but I lead with that. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's facing challenges. A bunch of our staff are facing physical challenges and kind of understanding those challenges, respecting those challenges, and coming at it from the standpoint that everyone has good intentions, I think is really important. And no, I don't think people here call in sick so they can goof off all day. I mean, if they want to goof off all day, they say, I'm taking Wednesday off and I'm going to goof off all day. And I'll say, good for you and have fun. It's meeting people where they are and understanding that they've got challenges and them understanding that I've got challenges. And I've leaned on people here pretty hard as I've gotten sick or had accidents or whatnot. It's a really tight group. I'm proud of that.
I think you should be. I've witnessed your culture. And that's something that really, when you come into your office and you meet your people, and if you get to spend any time with them, you begin to realize that there's tangible, that you can feel it, but yet you can't feel it. But I'm lying. You can feel it. And so I've witnessed that with your office. And I go back to the golden rule, treat others as you want to be treated.
So what makes us better, in my opinion? And I'm one guy in a big world. But what do I think makes us better? We, with the exception of one person who's full-time remote and out of state, we are all in the office all day long. We've had one person stop by already today who wanted to drop something off. We do lots of tax work. Everybody is here every day, with a few exceptions, but everybody's here every day because you never know who's going to drop by. You never know what client meeting is going to come up where I say, hey, let me introduce you to Ben, our tax guy. I'll be right back. And I can drag Ben down. He can shake hands, have a 5-minute conversation, tells the client, you're really important here. This is exactly who's going to be doing your work. Here's his business card or her business card. If you have a question, call or email. We get pitched all the time about offshoring work to, I'm trying to think of what the country is that's really popular right now. And it's Philippines. And you can get work done there for $12 or $15 an hour, and it's as good as work you'll get done here. And I say to myself, our clients would chase me down with torches and hurt me. That just culturally, that's not what we're about. Ben is working on your matter. Evelina is working on your matter. Call them, email them. There's everybody's cell phone number is on their email signature. We're easy to find. People want to know exactly who's working on my matter. And if I have a question or a concern, who do I call? So we let them know who they can call, and we let them know that there's real people here answering the phone all day. People appreciate that, and I think over time that becomes a much bigger differentiator.
You know, Tony, I think that's a key that our audience might be able to cue into, that you've been able to identify even some simple things. We want to have a personal relationship. And there's a way that your company can set that up. I would be remiss, Tony, if I didn't bring up, Tony is based out of Schaumburg, Illinois, but he practices in all kinds of different states. So audience, it doesn't matter where you're at. If you ever need something, you're welcome to get a hold of Tony. I want to bring in the story. Tony flew down to do some collaboration with me in Kansas one time, and I invited him to come to one of our tribe meetings in Salina, Kansas. So that day, 9 people got to fill out a card, and Tony filled out his card. Tony, can I share what you put on your card that day?
Sure. I don't remember, so remind me.
Yeah, you wrote down, I don't have this and I want this.
Oh, okay.
I thought, looks like Tony wants a tribe in Chicago. I don't know what that day was, but we had a conversation about what would it take to get a tribe built in Chicago. And now here it is with some just great entrepreneurs that are in it that are all over the place. So, Tony, you've been in a tribe now. You've witnessed this multiple times, and you've seen the power of different business owners sharing a perspective on an issue that you bring up. What has that done for you?
That's taught me to look at things different, not wildly different, but look at them with a different twist and a different frame around them. That's one of the big advantages of a tribe is you get other people's perspectives coming from the standpoint of a business owner. Talking to other people who have first-line decision-making, I found really beneficial. That might be the most beneficial part of being in the tribe. Approaching clients and friends about joining the tribe, many of them were very receptive. Some of them, I think, are pretty close.
Did you ever get taught anything about how to grow a business and make sure you don't offend God while you're trying to do it? Did you ever have that class?
Very little. Frankly, it was quite mercenary and quite me and I'm first and look out for number one. To your point of not hiring a collection agency, I don't think we have ever filed a lawsuit for unpaid fees. If a client hasn't paid their invoice, first of all, I want to make sure we didn't screw anything up. I want to make sure we met their expectation, and if we didn't, I want to know why and how to fix it. If they're having financial problems, I'm sorry to hear that too. There have been times where our bills don't get paid, and that's certainly not a happy day here, but I understand that happens. I'm not going to chase anyone to the ends of the earth to pay our invoice. It's just not that important to me. If it's that important to someone that they don't pay our bill, well, so be it. I'm okay with that. But no, we don't hire collection agencies and we don't file suits for fees either. We do okay here. The Lord has provided for everyone here, and I expect that trend to continue. I'm not going to get all bent out of shape over this particular invoice or that particular invoice. I'm just not going to do it.
I'd like to challenge you today with this question. Over your career, you've probably belonged to a lot of things because you thought that they were going to be valuable. And I think you can belong to things and they can be valuable. But as you look back over the things that you belong to, just maybe find one for us besides the tribe that you found really valuable? And which are the things that really were probably less valuable to you over your career?
Things that I belong to that I find really valuable. I've been involved with something called Safer Foundation for 12 or so years. I was treasurer for a good while. The chairwoman decided to step down after a long tenure, and they asked me to chair the board, and I accepted that last June. I find that very gratifying. It's a lot of time, it's a lot of energy. Safer helps people in the criminal justice system get jobs training, get education, get drug and alcohol rehab if they need it, get therapy on how to go out there and do something other than what got them in trouble. So it's a lot of policy issues, it's a lot of budget issues. It's a big organization, but I enjoy that and it fits well with my particular skill sets. I like that a lot. I've got the biggest office in this office suite, and it's nicely appointed. It's got nice furniture in it, but I'm not really the one who's in charge here. The man upstairs is, and I think it's up to me to serve him well through this and through some other things. And that's why we've had the success that we've had. Do I have empirical evidence that that's 100% factual? I don't, but it's my strong, strong belief that's how we got here, and that's how we'll continue to succeed in the future.
Thank you for giving out time. I need you to make sure you tell our audience, where do they find you on the web?
The website is www.madonia.com. Please
And a
look
phone
us up.
number?
Phone number 312-578-9300,